just high when they hating on me. People tend to think all the drinks on me. I don't even have the money to spend to buy Patron for you and all your friends. Baby, I be on my grind, rain, sleet, snow, rolling up good every place we go, cause we try and get high.
Hello and welcome to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Reese. If you're not, hey, thanks for coming back. So I'm kind of going through some cool and important life changes right now, and I really just want to sit down and make a video and unpack all of it and just talk about it. Somebody could maybe get something out of this. That's kind of my mindset. I just really want to talk about why I'm doing what I'm doing and how I got to this point and things I have planned for the near future, that kind of stuff. I just want to make sure that I don't leave anything out that I want to talk about. I won't lie to you, this is going to be a doozy. There's so much to talk about. So the first major life update is that I am taking a gap year. There's a whole story behind how I got to making this decision and why I decided that this was the best choice for me. And I also want to say, just because I'm taking a gap year and I'm saying this was such a good idea does not mean that you should necessarily take a gap year. Everybody kind of has a different plan for them, and this is just my plan. Your plan might be going to school right away, or it might be not going to school at all, and all of those options are okay. I really want to emphasize that because the school system does a really lousy job at emphasizing that. I actually wrote down my story, I guess. I don't know, I wrote this whole story down, so I'm gonna be reading off of that. Okay, growing up I always really enjoyed school, and not only did I like it, I was good at it too. School always came really naturally to me and was never something I had to try too hard at. That was until my junior year of high school. Everyone always said that junior year was the hardest, and let me tell you, for me, that was an understatement. All of the AP and honors classes I was taking, combined with this feeling that I wasn't good at anything, ultimately led me to an extremely overwhelmed state of mind until I began to crash. I started to hate school for the first time in my life, and I would cry before school, during school, after school, thinking about school. Like, I would just cry all day because the thought of sitting in a classroom made me miserable. I felt like the things that I was passionate about were unimportant and that my creativity was being compromised. And at the time, I had it in my head that the education system saw me as a grade, and if I wasn't doing well in my classes, then I wouldn't amount to anything. So when I started to struggle in nearly every single one of my classes, I felt awful. I was failing classes for the first time ever, and I didn't know what to do because I've never experienced this before. Because, like I said, school came easy to me. I ended up becoming really depressed, and it got so bad to the point where I didn't care about my grades anymore, and I wanted to drop out of public school and do online schooling, which my parents shut that idea down really quick. And I'm thankful they did, but at the time it sucked. I really neglected my junior year, and by that I mean I never really looked into colleges, I didn't apply anywhere, I wasn't taking my SAT, and I also made like no effort trying to decide what I wanted to do as a career. I was just like, you know what I mean? Like, I just didn't care. I took that whole year for granted, and kids don't do that. So I was really struggling in school, and then there were some other personal things that were going on that just added on to this mindset that nobody likes me, I'm not worthy of anything, I have no value, there's no point to me being here. And I'm not going to get too into that just because that's a whole thing. But what I will say, the only way I dug myself out of this hole was my faith. My faith actually grew so much stronger because of this all going on. I was so low. And then I remember singing worship at church one day, and I started crying, and then I felt like I was getting this hug. I was like, that's Jesus right there. And that was the first time I ever felt him, ever. And from then on, my life just kind of took a complete turn. Which brings us to the next part of my story, which is the end of my junior year. I was able to get all but one of my classes up to passing. I failed pre-cal honors, but that class did not stand a chance. So my senior year rolls around and it was really fun. I was having such a good time. I met my best friend Allison in my radio and TV class, and I'm not gonna get into all of it, but she changed my life. She really helped me break out of my shell. I love her and I miss her. Please come home from Tejas. Senior year was good and fun until I noticed my peers were getting accepted into colleges and I haven't applied anywhere yet or even taken my SAT. I was really falling behind, so I scrambled to get stuff done with honestly little thought put into it. I did find a school that I had quite an interest in. It was a private Christian school, and I applied, got in, but realized my family just wouldn't be able to swing that because the tuition was so high. So I had to find another option, and at that point I just kind of found any school that was good enough, even though I knew that my heart wasn't in it. I just felt like I had to pick any school because that's what's been drilled into my head for 12 years. Graduate high school, go to college. Like, the thought of taking a gap year, I was like, people are gonna think I'm being lazy and they're not going to take me seriously and they're just gonna... Taking a gap year, there's a lot of stereotypes to it. A lot of people think you're being lazy, which some people are. Let's be honest, some people are. They like to say, oh, most people who take a gap year, statistically, they don't go back to college. I'm like, okay. Taking a gap year was like kind of frowned upon, you know? So I didn't really feel like that was an option. Even though I kind of knew I wanted to take one, I was just afraid of what people would think. I don't know. So I ended up applying to a school that I was like, all right, it's fine. Got in, visited the school, and I was like, all right, I'll go here. I didn't really want to do that. I thought I did. I was trying to get excited about it, but I was like, this is just not it for me. But it was so late in the game because I wasted my junior year. It was just a mess. So don't do that. That's why I'm saying take advantage of your junior year, like second semester of junior year. So I found this school. I was like, all right, guess I'm gonna go here. I like accepted, and then some things happened that I don't want to talk about, and I couldn't go. I couldn't go anymore, and I decided I'm taking a gap year, which I was actually like really happy about. I was really happy about it because I did not want to go to a school that I didn't actually want to go to. Like, I don't know, it didn't feel right, and I just wanted to take a year to kind of figure out what I wanted to do and where I wanted to go, and just take advantage of this time off with no other priorities like school getting in the way of that. So, kind of brings me up to where my life is right now. I recently got a new job. I'm not gonna say where I work, but I will say I love it. I love the environment, I love the people, I enjoy doing my job, I'm good at my job, it pays pretty good. So I started working this job, it's going great, really liking it, and then God said, hold on, I have something better for you. And as my youth pastor always said, God's idea of better is always better than mine. And this is where major life update number 2 comes into play. So about a month ago, my aunt reached out to me and sent me a little screenshot from her church's website, and it pretty much was talking about internship opportunities in the communications department, which is like video production, and they make the slides for Sunday morning and like pamphlets and newsletters and all that, which is like right up my alley, especially the video production part. That part really sold me. It was like perfect for me. It was like kind of what I wanted to go to the Christian school for. Like, all right, if I go to this Christian school, then I can like work in a church and I can, you know, be a part of their video team and all this, and I can make fun promotional videos. That was like what I wanted to do. And this internship was like that, and it was also paid, which I was like, it's kind of nice. But I had this doubt. Oh, I'm not good enough. You know, like I'm not ready for all that, like being a part of the church. I'm not quite there yet. I felt like my experience with video production was lacking. Also, I would be moving away for 3 months. So all of these things were like I shouldn't even apply. Like, there's no point. I probably won't even get it. And I just got this new job and I don't really want to quit. There are a lot of reasons that I could have come up with as to why I shouldn't apply. But I talked it over with some people and I prayed about it a lot. And I finally just decided, all right, I'm gonna apply. About 4 days later, I get an email back saying they want to interview me. And a week ago today, I had that interview. And a week ago today, I got offered the internship. So, I cried just because I didn't really talk about second semester of my senior year. It sucked, not because of school, but because of personal stuff. School was great, loved it. Personal stuff, oh my, I was really struggling for a good 6-7 months. I hate that. I'm still like kind of trying to repair myself from it. It's kind of going. It's going. Anyway, so I was really going through this tough time, and then I got this amazing opportunity, and I knew it was God, like right there. Like, I knew this is what he wanted for me. For these lyrics to a Matthew West song that kind of I was listening to on the drive home from the interview, and I started crying because I was like, that's me. I'm the one with big mistakes, big regrets, and bigger breaks than I'd ever care to confess. But you're the one who looks at me and sees what I was meant to be, more than just a beautiful mess. Okay? First of all, bars. I don't know, just hearing it, I was like, man, I've been really struggling with my faith. Like, I was like, God's mad at me. That's literally how I felt for a good 6 months. I was like, God's mad at me. But then God came out here with this internship and said, hey, I still love you and I made you with a purpose. So here you go. That was kind of, I don't know. It's, yeah. So within the next couple of weeks, I will be moving away from home for 3 months. Really nervous, but when I applied, I kind of made this little promise to myself that if I get hired, I would go in heart first and not head first, because I am an overthinker, and I just wanted to like really just put my heart on the line and just pour myself into this internship so that it can be the best it could possibly be. I am just super excited to see how God uses me. So those were my life updates. Hopefully this video was helpful to somebody. And again, if not, what can you do? If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe if you're new. I'm trying to hit 100 by the end of the year. That's the goal. I'll see you with a new video, hopefully very soon. Bye!